We're live. There's some certain points which I've wrote down here on my laptop so that I can talk about it before some people joins this live and just start asking me questions so that I can answer them and help them with my own experience. The first thing I want to talk about is how most people will invest, like many people will invest on their outer appearance, their like the clothes they wear, like the shoes, the watches. They will invest everything below their neck, but they don't often invest above their neck. Doesn't make sense. Like above the neck, that would be your brain, your mind. How much do you invest in your mental aspect? How much time did you spend the past 6 months, 1 month to invest in your mental, in your knowledge, in your mind? What books did you read? What songs do you listen to? What friends do you hang out with? What type of friend do you hang out with? Because we will like be willing to spend, even spend, not even put our time on, but even spend for the things, our clothes, our like pants, our shoe, like watches we wear. But we wouldn't like, anytime someone sells you a course, anytime someone sells a course, they will be like, nah man, I can't invest on that. I can't invest on my learning. I can't invest on my skill. While the skill that they learn from those courses, those books that they buy, that will be life changing. Suppose you have some couple of dollars, right? Since most people are like internationally we use dollars, so suppose you have like 100 $200. Would you rather buy like, it's better for you to buy like a course, a book, something that will give you knowledge? It's better for you to buy a book on investment and finances with your $200. I think that's a lot for a book, but it's better for you to invest in a book, right? In finances. The book is about finances, and it's better for you to invest in that book than to rather spend it on your clothes or just partying, and then not even like degenerate stuff, right? Not even creating memories, but instead just buying some materialistic stuff just because you can't control your sort of like lust and sort of greediness for those materials. But in your case, where you bought the finance book, when you bought the book on finance, suppose that will teach you how to make more than $200. You bought the course on how to make money, digital skills to learn online so that you can make money, so that you can make 10K, 20K per month. That's gonna teach you how to double your money, which you have initially invested, which was $200. Now we're talking about like courses and investing in yourself, but this is not a sales speech, right? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't even have anything to sell except for my experience to you. You don't even have to buy it. You just have to pay attention to me and give some time and effort for that. So that's about investing ourselves. There are so many ways to invest in yourself. The particular, like, there are some, what do you say, categories which we look out for when we invest in ourselves. It is the TV shows you watch, or the contents you consume, the shows you watch, the type of videos you watch, the people you surround yourself with. And when we're talking about the people you surround yourself with, it's not only about the real life people, the people, your friends, your family. It's not about that. It's also about the people you watch, like the people you choose to listen to. Like right now, right here, right now, you're listening to me, which means that is one of your investment. The contents you watch, the people you surround yourself with, the books you read. What kind of books do you read? Do you read fictional books which are not even of any use for you, for your knowledge? Or do you read the books which are like good self-help books, the ones that really actually brings growth to your life, in your self-development as a man, as a young man? And the fourth criteria will be songs. What music do you listen to? Because trust me when I say this, music has a lot of influence in you. In this modern day, why do you think many people like cannot control their lust for jerking off? Like, why do people get jealous so easily? Why are people so obsessed with money and then they are jealous of someone who already has something they don't have, who already have money but they don't have, so they're jealous and then they're just like, all this degenerate stuff, right? They're drinking, smoking. Because why? Because they listen to the musics of a degenerate rapper who promotes drinking, smoking, who shows off the money. So now the person who listens, you who listens to those type of music, those degenerate music, you feel bad about yourself because you have not achieved that yet. That rapper is out there, that music artist is out there, fucking hoes and a lot of women around them, but you're out here with none. And then you think you should be getting to there because that's your role model, that's sort of what you are influenced by, that's sort of the music you listen to. So you're actually more influenced by music, especially if you listen to music alone for like a lot of time in your day. Couple of months ago I started sort of like this monk mode, right? So I cut out from all this what do you say, music, Spotify. I cut off from all the musics, okay, for some few days. Maybe I was going through like exams, okay, so I cut it all that, and then I was starting to record some videos, so my storage was often full, right? So I had to delete Spotify, and then I couldn't listen to any music, right? Day in day out, just studying for my exam, just studying and stuff, doing work, working out, taking pictures, recording videos. Didn't have time to listen to music. Then after some time I somehow managed my storage. Now my storage is kind of full. I can download Spotify again. Okay, I download it again. I checked my liked songs. I checked the liked songs. It was so useless, completely useless. These modern day rappers, I'm not gonna mention them because maybe it'll offend some people, but I don't know them in particular also. But you can imagine, right? One of the song is like escapism, and nowadays this one song going on nowadays, like, I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days, bro. Those are affecting young men, those are affecting young people, young generation, the youth. That kind of music, degenerate music that promotes alcohol, drugs, doing weed. Lil Pump, Gucci Gang, whatever, he's not even like so famous, so like hit these days, not in trend. But you can imagine some rappers smoking, promoting smoking. The moment I like, after retaining from not listening, after retaining from music, right? I didn't listen for music for a couple of weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then I listened to those and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, fuck, bro. Have I been listening to this the whole time? What the fuck? Because I was so aware of my mind, right? This is nothing to boast, but I was being mindful at that time, and I was mindful of what I'm feeding my mind. I was mindful of how I'm investing myself, of what information is coming in. I was kind of mindful, and then the way this music was trying to influence me, I'm like, fuck, bro, fuck this song. Invest. Those are the four categories of investing in yourself. One is, wait, I don't have this in order, right? One is the content you consume. Second is the people you surround yourself with. Third is the books you read, or maybe you don't even read at all. Maybe you do read, but what kind of books you read. Fourth is the songs you listen to. Those are the most important ones, and the best case scenario, which I will tell you, is the content you consume. In contents that you consume entertainment, like, don't consume entertainment video. Do not consume entertainment videos. Some videos are kind of like entertaining and also giving value at the same time. Maybe fine, go for that some couple of times, but don't watch entertainment video because you have the need to watch. That's the worst case scenario, right? Because you have the need to watch, you're feeling stressed of your day, and then you're having defeat in your day, and then you didn't do that workout today, and so you're feeling bored and lonely and stressed out, anxiety is kicking in, and then you just want to watch entertainment videos. Bro, that's not the case where you want to watch the entertainment videos. That's when you want to even further push yourself so that you can feel more happy afterwards. Because when you're at this low level anxiety and low, your mood is low, if you watch entertainment video, yeah, your mood will be good, but you'll get even low. So what you want to watch is educational videos, those videos that you've been wanting to watch because it's gonna improve you as a man, as your character, right? Everything is gonna improve, and then you know for a fact it's helpful for you, helpful for your life. Watch that video. Watch those educational videos. Part of that is like even my videos, and I'm kind of like promoting my videos still, but fuck it. If I'm like, if I know for a fact I'm providing value, then why not encourage, right? Why not encourage? Like if you knew something like a secret of working out, a secret to fitness to get more muscle faster, and then there's a friend, there's your friend who needs to get more bulky faster, but he doesn't know your secret. So you'll feel compelled to tell him your secret, right? Tell him your fitness secret to gain muscle faster to that friend who needs it, who really needs it. So it's like your responsibility at that point. It's not even like boasting or forcing them to like know about your secret. It's just your obligation to reach out to them. The people you surround yourself with, it's quite like simple. It's like friends, the people you watch, the people you watch on YouTube, the people mostly watch whom you watch. For me, the people I watch is most often, right? What's the name? Teal Turby, or there's this one like a really old man. He is good in finances, productivity, and just he gives a lot of good values. He's on YouTube, and then his video is kind of over edited somehow, but it still gets to the point, gets to the knowledge, right? Mark Tilbury, I guess that's the name, and Jack Hopkins, CEO of Testosterone, and not to forget Hamza, Andrew Tate. Those are the people I get influenced by. Those are like some of the few of the many people that I get influenced by, and that is very important. Who, like, it's better to get influenced by this role model, masculine role models, than it is to be influenced by some like pussy, degenerate, soft, weak influencers out there making reacting videos on making reacting reaction videos on some alpha male cringe type of videos. Those aren't the people you want to get influenced with, especially those who do degenerate activities like taking drugs, doing bad habits, going to the nightclub. There's some certain limits, there are some certain boundaries which you should put for yourself. And I know it's gonna be hard for you to set boundaries at first, but it takes practice. It like it requires you to say no to some certain things. Certain trade-off has to be made, certain sacrifice has to be made for that. Like you really want to watch that person, but you really want to watch your role model. Suppose that role model is like Lil Pump, right? We're gonna take his example. No offense to his fans, but I don't think there is his fans watching this. So Lil Pump, you don't want to listen to him because even though you would really really like him as a rapper, oh he raps well, but you don't want to listen to him, bro. He fucks a lot of hoes. He does degenerate shit, smoke weed. He does drugs. Probably all the shit that a normal rapper do, right? You don't want to look up to him because no matter how much you want to look up to him, you know he's not good for you. So you must set the boundaries and accept whatever the trade-off is, the trade-off, the exchange. Okay, so if I don't listen to him, what do I get? Well, what do you get? By sacrificing your wanting, your wantedness to listen to him and watch him, what do you get when you just stop that? You get even something better. You get something even better. You set boundaries first of all. Then you get something like you are away from this degenerate stuff, bad influences. That's why we have this bad influences thingy, just in terms of relationships and all. That's why they tell you to cut off from bad influences. Those are bad influences, and by cutting off from bad influences, what you will get is more space for clarity, more space for thinking about what you really want. Like me, I was listening to degenerate music for a long time. Sad songs, degenerate musics, and it's kind of low vibe songs. And it's only when I stopped hearing these songs that I really set my boundaries and then really figured out, okay, what actually is nice, musics do I like, what is my taste of music. Because let me tell you, these people that's going on in this world, like especially in your school, you may have some friends who talk about, oh, what's your taste in music, what kind of music do you like. Most people will just say that what sounds good, like, oh, I listen to indie type of songs. I listen to, oh, heavy metal. I listen to rap songs. I listen to like Juice WRLD. I listen to sad songs. I listen to this type of song, that type of song. Most people just go for something popular. Maybe genuinely, maybe that's your type of song that you want to listen to. But let me tell you, most people are so influenced that they don't even know what they want. Most people are so distracted by these stimulations, by these influences, too much influences, that they don't even have a clarity of what is actually their music taste. And let me tell you, this isn't about music taste. This is just an analogy that I've given. Most people have this aim in life to become doctor, engineer. What sounds cool, right? What sounds normal in what has been said a lot of time? Software engineers, pilot. Maybe genuinely you want to become a doctor. Maybe genuinely you want to become an engineer or a businessman. But if you are like too much influenced by other people, you won't even have a clarity to think of your what you actually want, right? Your core purpose, your passion. But it's inevitable that we get influenced one way or the other, because everything is influenced, right now you're getting influence from me. Like any way or the other you're gonna get influenced, right? Even if you're deciding to click off this live stream right now, because I'm just saying that you are getting influenced by me, so you're scared and clicking off this video. So what? You go outside the world, you get influenced by your what? Parents, the people around you. So in one way or the other you're always getting influenced. That's about the songs. That's about the friends, the the people you surround yourself with. And we've also covered about the songs you listen to. Now we're talking about the books that you want to read. I've already made a video on the books that you should read, because reading is such a passive habit, right? You isolate yourself and then you're like alone, or maybe in the school library, but what you're doing is actually you're grabbing a book and you're only reading, you're holding a battery reading. So you don't want to waste that any more of the time in reading some fictional storybook of Harry Potter volume 2, volume 3, bro. You don't want to read fucking anime manga for that. You want to use that time as not to just pass time, not to just pass your time, but to really educate yourself in self-development. So because like reading is just softcore entertainment. Reading is just like watching entertainment videos. If you're watching those storybooks, if you're reading storybooks which like it's like fictional, it doesn't have any value to you, value in you, value, it doesn't provide any value in your life, bro. Then why the fuck are you wasting your another time of your like life? Why are you wasting your life in just reading some fucking books, right? Just hit the self-help books. Those are the best. And there are some storybooks which are actually like good value, which will actually like give you this new mindset, right? You can do that. The point of this is to be careful and be aware of what you should spend your time on, how you should invest yourself, how you should invest in yourself instead of investing in your materialism, your thoughts, your shoes, your socks, your watches. Instead of all that, just invest in your learning, invest in yourself. Those criteria are the contents you consume, the people you surround yourself with, the books you read, and the songs you listen to. Maybe you can even pay to invest, like literally give money to invest. But really be aware, because that's gonna shape you as like you're a young man right now, right? You are somewhat of a young age. So you must be now very careful, because that's gonna shape you the man you're gonna be after like 5 years. I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna start reading the replies from the start, okay? I just started reading How to Influence People from your recommendation. Bro, that book is good. I still have it in my like near my bed. I still read that every morning. That is a good book. It's something that you're like on and on, you'll just read it and then you'll get this new idea. Oh, I thought I read that before, but okay, I'm getting this new idea. Like you've read that book before, but once you read it again, you'll be like, oh shit, that similar situation in this book mentioned happened some few hours ago at school. At school when I was talking to my friends. It's just like so like some a type of book which is worth reading again and again. Bro thinks he is Hamza. I mean, kind of felt like I'm sorry, didn't mean to hate. Bro, let me just talk about Hamza, me being like Hamza, right? Bro, I've made a, like, if you like know my channel from before, you probably know of this video of like me telling you to fill up your bowls now, and then there's a lot of comments like, oh bro, he's trying to act like Hamza. What is it? Asian Hamza. Asian Hamza, and bro is trying to be like Hamza, right? Well, there's a lot of shits going on right now. There's a lot of replies that like, bro, even Hamza isn't Hamza. Doesn't make sense. He's just influenced by others because Hamza is a person after all. So inevitably he's gonna be influenced by others. If you know Andrew Kirby, he's also a self-improvement YouTuber, right? He was on this self-improvement space before Hamza was. And then what happened is Hamza used to watch his video, right? So Hamza also acts like Andrew Kirby, and maybe I somehow got influenced by Hamza because that's how I spend my time on. So even I get influenced by Hamza, and maybe I act like him, maybe. But who the fuck? Like, there was like, there's a lot of Hamza in this world. There's a lot of people like Hamza. Just because like we're on the same self-improvement niche and YouTuber, we're both YouTuber, doesn't mean that I'm actually acting like him. Like if I was really acting like him, it would be like hard for me to be authentic, and it would be even hard for me to record videos, because the moment you're not authentic, let me tell you from experience, the moment you're not authentic with yourself, you're just gonna like record the video and then like stop again because you've tried to act like someone you're not. So it's gonna be hard for you to even record videos at that point. Depends, like, there's always this saying, right? Choose your role model, choose your hero, try to become like them. But since you cannot become the exact copy of someone, you're gonna fail eventually, and that's when you find yourself where you actually are. I genuinely don't think I mean I never wanted to act like Hamza, but I was maybe you can say very influenced by him, so maybe I end up like this. Maybe I was trying to be like him, actually no, but maybe even if I try to be like him, I'm never gonna be like him. It's just his shits, right? We all have our own shits. Now I'm just comfortable talking this way. I can't talk in a way that is considered normal and most, like the way most people talk. I can't talk like the way most people talk, bro. I talk like I talk this way. And then what I found is that I also like am influenced by Andrew Tate. So the way he talks also kind of affects me, and it's like a mix of Hamza and Andrew Tate. Okay, but I'm not trying to actually be like them. It's just natural for me, because what happens when you get influenced by people like the ones like literally, I've just said this right now. The people you surround yourself with, that's how you invest yourself, because those people are gonna influence you, and like you're the average of the 5% you spend time with. So eventually you're gonna be like little of this. You're gonna have some little attributes of Hamza. You're gonna have some little attributes of like Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, Andrew Tate, whatever. But you're gonna be influenced by people anyways. Suppose you were born and you were surrounded with some people who talk in a like kind of like Kardashian family type of way. Like, what do you say this? I don't know how to do that accent, but it's like some kind of funny accent, right? About like going high. Oh, do you wanna get that? Oh, do you wanna get that? Have you ate your lunch, mate? Have you ate your lunch, mate? Like, if you surround yourself with people who talk like that, eventually your body is gonna adapt, and your neurons will be adapting and then connecting dots, and then somehow you're gonna be also talking like them. That's how human beings evolve. Human beings have evolved that way, by copying what's from their environment, and then finally becoming this new self, this unique self, which is most adapted to the environment. Like, at this point, this is not only about Hamza anymore. It's about like human evolution. The topic that I'm getting into, it's about getting influenced, because let me tell you, like I've told before, you're gonna get influenced one way or the other. You're gonna get influenced one way or the other. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit. I mean, he kind of felt like Hamza. I mean, it's okay. There's no hate in it. It's good, bro. Why can't I understand some words? Probably explain. Yes, the value. Yes, yes, yes. Andrew gives good advice. Andrew gives good advice, but he sparkles it with some BS. Lil Pump. Lil Pump. Back boys. Cool cats. What's up? What are some good books? I'm gonna recommend books again, okay? In my previous levels, I've recommended books, but I'm gonna recommend it again. The Millionaire Fast Lane. If you want to go get into this business world and you have no idea about business, read this book, The Millionaire Fast Lane. Fast Lane. Just real quick because I've covered it up previously on my live stream. The Male Advantage. There's another book, Male Advantage. This gonna teach you about how to navigate life as a young man, and it covers almost every part of self improvement. Your body language, the way you position your mindset, and the way you see yourself, as how to work out to get the most impact for your testosterone. Because it talks about the male advantage, right? Really about testosterone, how to influence and influence people. If you want to be good with social people, if you want to be good socially, and if you want to become like a sort of like a leader personality, where you not only become this dictatorship leader, but you also become an encouraging, charismatic person. The way of this superior man, if you're like into a relationship and you have your women with you, and if you're in the relationship and you want to have this sort of, you feel confused how to act in front of your women, and then you're like trying to be authentic, but you want to improve yourself, your relationship, and yourself as a man. The way of the superior man. And it's also dot-com secrets. Dot-com secrets is about the, like, whenever we look at a business, it's only the 20% of the actual business that's happening. The rest 80% is just like the secrets of the business, the secret why a business makes $100,000 a month instead of $10,000 a month. It's the difference between night and day, and that's the secret which gets uncovered in this book, Dot-com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Still Like an Artist is by Austin Kleon, and he really wrote a good book about being an artist. And if you are like somewhat, if your work is somewhat related to being an artist, like music or singing or drawing, painting, or even coming up with ideas on YouTube, or like if you're related to some creative work, this book, Still Like an Artist, is good, because the whatever idea I've got about being influenced by other people, that's everything from Still Like an Artist. That's a really good book. That book mentions how like you are this sum of all the influences that has happened in your life. That's a very good book. Essentialism. That's another like very good book, because now I'm telling everything is a good book, but those are very good book. But I'm gonna give you some idea if that's actually recommended for you, right? Essentialism is essentially a book about cutting out all the distraction and just focusing on one thing. Just focusing on one thing, because in life you only have some few energy, some few efforts to put. So you don't want to stretch your tail, stress yourself thin, and then focus on everything. Because if you focus on sports, guitar, music, drum, studying, business at the same time, you're gonna spread yourself this way, and then your success won't be as much as impactful as it should have been if you would just focus on one thing. Suppose playing guitar, it, like, very good book. It tells you how to say no, how to set boundaries, how to sleep well for more clarity, for finding your purpose. Essentialism, that's, I think that's a book every man should read at least once, every young man at least. mm. The Magic of Thinking Big. This book I didn't really actually read from ebook or any physical book. I just listened to the audiobook. But what I've learned is that this book is really for some people who started on self improvement one, and like it really instills in you the growth mindset and the mindset of what you should have. It's literally the magic of thinking big, right? It's everything about the magic of thinking big in achieving great heights and self development, and how to have this level of thinking out of your way, how to have this mediocre level of thinking out of your way, and how to think like the minority of people who actually go on to achieve high success in their life. Those are the books which I on and on I'm recommending again and again. Alchemist. Alchemist is also a good book. Like I never read it, but it's like one of those good books, right? I actually what I do is I write all the books which I'm gonna read in the future, and then so that I can get an idea of what I should read, right? I have it in my journal. It's like the books are written here. There's a lot of books which I've written. So I've also written Alchemist in this one. Number 25 Alchemist, bro. I don't know if there's a lot of book recommendations out here, but you shouldn't be focusing on a lot. You should be just focusing on some less. But the reason I'm journaling is so that I can like get an idea of what book I should read next, so that every time I finish reading a book, I can go through the list of book and then find out like, okay, what is the book that's piquing my interest right now? What is the topic which I want to study? Nah, that's a British accent. Yet the accent which I did earlier, I don't know, right? I'm not influenced by certain people to act like them. I'm not influenced enough by them to act like them. That's not very like natural to me. So it's just like I cannot do what I cannot do. And I don't know what I don't know. Facts, you're gonna be influenced regardless of my decide. Yes, that is what exactly you should be understanding. You cannot control whether you're going to be influenced or not, because you're eventually going to be influenced, but what you can choose is who do you want to get influenced by. Because if you choose to stay out of everything, if you choose to just cut out yourself from everyone, you're going to be alone in the room being influenced by your own thoughts. And let me tell you, if you're influenced by your own thoughts, you might end up not knowing what you don't even know, because there are certain things in this world that other people know more than you, and by isolating yourself, you're just gonna end up just with your thoughts being influenced by your own thoughts and not even knowing what you're supposed to know or what was meant for you. Time to go to the gym. Let's go. It's 5:30. It's 5:30 right now. I don't know what is the time out there, guys. I'm gonna do share unboxing after 10 minutes now. Shadow boxing, shadow boxing, shadow boxing, shadow boxing. You see, I'm gonna give you some few key points of from the book, The Male Advantage, right? Because you, as a male, as a male child, you cannot control whatever happens to you. Like, I mean, you cannot control your genetics, you cannot control the way you look. If you're born short, you're born short. If you're born tall, you're born tall. But chances are you cannot control the way you look, your bone frame. Maybe you can lift weights and change yourself, but you cannot control the way you look. But like, you cannot control it, but what you can do is you can make the best out of it. It's almost like there's this saying in the book, right? You cannot control the cards that you are dealt with, but you can control how you choose to play them, how you choose to play the game. You cannot control your character. You cannot control the character you're born with, but you can control whether or not you're gonna build that character, like as if you were in a video game, as if life was a video game itself, getting EXP, leveling up every time. You hit the workout, you hit the PR, boom, you leveled up. You failed, well, you didn't level up, but you gained experience. You gained more experience, which will further help you to level up. Life is more like a video game for a male, but for women, like for a female, I can't speak on their behalf, but it's more like if you're born pretty, you're born pretty. If you're not, you're not. I mean, there like you could put some makeup and do some like glow up tips and tricks, but life for a man is more interesting than for a women. And this is nothing to hate them, because we all have our own part, right? There's some certain thing that a man can do that a woman cannot do. So The male advantage. Testosterone. Women don't have testosterone like you. But most men don't choose to use this testosterone. They don't choose to use their testosterone. They just do bad habits and just fuck it away. They just spill it away. Bro, stand up and show your physique. Sure, bro. I'm currently naked right now, so I can't really stand up. I'm just kidding. That's fucking flex, bro. But this was supposed to be a live stream for self-improvement, but now I'm here flexing myself. It's crazy how like the lighting and angle matters. Like if I do this, my head shape looks small, which means my body looks bigger than my head. The ratio is that way. But if I do this, like my head is looking so big, right, than my body. So it must be like this. But since the light is out there, it must be like this. So it looks better. The angle matters, bro. Don't get catfished by the people on the internet. Quick tip. You see, video games is somewhat like a topic which I can talk about because I quit video game. I've quit video games. The last time I played a video game was on my friend's birthday. That was around January 21, 22. We played mobile games, and by the time it was like January 21, 22, and then it was like February, I just stopped playing video games. Like it's not because I was noob at the video game, like I couldn't play, so it really distracted me. Like I was kind of good at video games, but I just quit because I don't know, part of that was because of self-improvement and being mindful and having this sense of responsibility that, oh fuck, I have this responsibility to fix my life. I have this responsibility because no one is gonna get me from point A to point B. It's just me. But if I keep playing video games, I'm gonna keep distracting myself, and I'm not gonna get to wherever I want because I've been playing video games for a lot, right? For many, many months. And when I'm meditating and when I'm being mindful and improving my mental health, I just realized that in all these months, when setting goals, I haven't made much progress. And part of the reason why I haven't made much progress, which I've realized, was because I wasted most of my time in video games, in watching TV shows, Netflix shows, Wednesday Addams, or low-key series, and jerking off to watching porn. Those were the bad habits that really wasted my time. That's the reason why I haven't achieved much. While I could have achieved much, but those were the things that were like holding me back, right? So the advice that I'll give you is get into self-improvement, the basic self-improvement. Work out, meditate, journal, and just do this habit. Do this habit. It's gonna take discipline, it's gonna take motivation. Somehow it needs motivation, and then it's gonna take discipline. But what happens when you actually take the discipline, which I'm gonna talk about later in this like live stream, to build discipline? What happens when you actually do those habits? Meditating, cold shower, journaling, sleeping well, working out, and building a great physique. What you'll notice is that your mental health improves. Your mental health improves, and to play video games seems so trivial because you've already achieved so much and then you don't want to waste it all. And maybe sometime you're gonna slip back to video game again, yeah, fine, but just make it hard to play video game. If you're playing video game with your phone, just like, I don't know, just delete the game, but you're gonna download it again eventually, but delete your game. But maybe you can actually go on to not play video game, because at some point of my life that was the case, right? I could go on without playing video game, but as soon as my friends were playing video games, I would go back to playing again. So it's very important the friends you surround yourself with, the one I've talked about earlier in this live stream. If you are just joining this live stream now, you can skip, like, you can also look, like, rewind to that part and just Listen about that. The friends you surround yourself with. If you are surrounded by video gamers, chances are you'll be into this video gaming again. Especially if you're just starting to quit video game, right? Because that was me for a long time. Every time my friends played video games and I was around them, I was like, I felt bored, right? There was nothing else to do, and I was already with my friends, so why not play video games and have fun with them? You're not having fun with them, you're having fun with the video game. You're numbed, you are all numbed, your friends are all numbed by the video game, that you don't even have fun together with each other. After some time, sure, if you're like quit video game and really remove that from your identity, and you have this identity of not playing video game as someone who don't play video game, you have this identity, new mindset. Oh yeah, I don't play video game. Video games aren't for me. I'm not a gamer. If you have that identity, it's gonna be easy for you to just skip video game even if your friends are playing, right? Because that's where I am now. That's the point I'm at right now. There's a lot of problems in video game. Like there's a lot of reasons to why people get slip into video game, but you can share, bro. Strahinja, right? Strahinja marries. You can share like specifically. It'll be good if you share specifically what gets you to play video game, like more specific as much as possible. Most people play video game and most people just quit. I have my younger brother, he plays video game, right? And he's one day he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna quit video game. I'm gonna quit video game. Video game ain't shit. And then he quits video game, okay, my younger brother. And then he's playing video game again. And sure, I'm like, it's gonna take time because he can't just skip video game, right? Even me, I couldn't just skip video game. I couldn't just quit video game after playing it for 2, 3 years, 5 years. Especially those games which aren't even beneficial for you. You're gonna take time to quit. It's not even gonna be like, it doesn't have to be necessarily 1 month to quit video game. 30 days of challenge of not playing video game so that I can quit video game. 90 days challenge of not playing video game. It's gonna take years. If you have been playing for video game for 5 years, 5 months to quit it isn't gonna be enough. You're still gonna take more than 5 months. So you have to like, part of that is just lowering your ego, right? This is this is something like that you should know. If you're trying to quit anything, but you've been doing a lot, but you think that you are up there that you can quit video games in just 1 week, then that's not gonna work. Because just accept this reality that it's gonna take time, but eventually I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be able to quit it. No matter how long it takes, no matter if it takes a year, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 1 year of quitting relentlessly, putting effort to quit. No matter if I fail, I'm still gonna get back to track on quitting video games. Because it's gonna take time, just accept it. I gotta do self improvement and all stuff and all that habit, but sometimes I see my old console and nostalgia hitting me with all the nostalgia, bro. Like I do self improvement, right? If you're doing self improvement, you're already on your way, bro. You still have this momentum. If you're on this self improvement, like the analogy of like swimmer, a swimming kid I've talked about in my previous videos. Imagine you were a small child wanting to learn how to swim. You would learn to swim faster if both of your foot was inside the pool than you would if only one foot was outside and one foot was inside. You would learn faster to swim if both of your feet are inside the pool, inside the area, inside the zone, instead of being a hypocrite and just one foot in, one foot out. Oh no, I'm not sure about quitting video game. I'm doing self improvement, so 1 hour of video game is fine. I mean, it's just nostalgia, right? You have to accept this new mentality, and as hard as it is for you, you just have to accept this mentality that, oh fuck, video games, that's not my shit anymore. When you see your old console and nostalgia hits you, and then, I mean, that's natural, right? You're gonna see the old stuff, and then some memories are gonna hit you. Those good old memories are gonna hit you. But that shouldn't be enough. Like, that shouldn't be compelling you to actually go back to playing the old video game. Go back to doing the old bad habits. Because if that's the case, that means your life isn't as good as it was. Isn't your life good enough right now that you don't want to play video games from the past? You should be at the point where your life is so good, you feel good about your life, such that when you see your consoles and your old video games, your all like whatever bad habits, when you see some signs of that, and then when you look at them, you're gonna be like having nostalgia and feeling good that you were dead because you are the man you are now, and that's because you did all the stuff and struggled and then still found a way to get out of the rut. You should live your life enough, like good enough, and you should be happy with your life. You should get well with your life right now so that you don't have to go back to the old feelings of feeling good because you played video game. Because if you're going back to video game just because that was the past life and then you feel nostalgia and then you feel good playing video games back then, so you just indulge in playing video game like how you used to because that was so good. Oh, those good old days. That just means that your life is not good enough right now. That just means that you're not at where you want to be. that's just that's just because you were specific on like seeing your own old console and just slipping back to playing video game, right? If that's the case, then what you want to work on is not like quitting video game literally, but making yourself feel better than how you were when you were in the past playing video game. Because if the level of feeling good in the past is higher than you are right now, then you're gonna slip back to how you were before the video game lifestyle. That's why most people like just see all your bad habits from the past and think that it's good old days, and they just reminisce about the days and they want to relive that again because their life is not where they want to be currently. So they just go back to that old habit. What you can do is continue on your self-improvement. You're on your way, dear. Keep going, keep going. You're gonna fail, you're gonna slip back someday. Yeah, maybe, yeah. But keep going and like have a good life to make you feel good. You can do that by meditating, bro. Nothing feels better than having a good mental health. Maybe you are thinking that scrolling through Instagram is good. It makes you feel good, it entertains you. But there's a price that comes after that. You waste your time, you feel like trash, your mental health goes down gradually, your dopamine gets fried. There's a price for everything. And the price for meditating is the best. It gives you good mental health, it gives you clarity. Do the self-improvement habit, do the basic good habits. I'm not even gonna go so complex like staring at the sun, like like getting extra power nap, doing deep work, studying. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Just fix your mental health, and part of feeling good about your life right now comes from fixing your mental health. I'm gonna have a mental health guide soon in my channel, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna talk about what my experience were with mental health and how I've been improving my mental health. But I'm gonna give you like an early access to that, right? Short advice, very short advice. Meditate, gratitude journal, so that you can be grateful about your life, so that you can feel good about your life, so then you can feel good enough that you don't even have to go back to feel good. You don't have to play video games like how you used to feel good again. Bro, how did you quit porn? It was some months ago. I was still watching porn. Like before I started this channel, right? I was still watching porn. Although I'm still like, last month I faffed for like what, 4 or 5 times. But that's actually great progress because last month I faffed for like 7, 8, 6, 7 times, and last month, like 5 months ago, I faffed for like more than 30 times in a month. And now I'm at the point where I'm this month, July, right? I didn't even fab, and that's a huge progress for me. But like fapping and porn is some kind of different things, right? You can still fab without watching porn, but when you watch porn, you fab. So it's like everything about porn is fapping, but not everything about fapping is porn. It's someone like that. I quit my porn habit first. What I did was fix my mental health. Because the reason I was watching porn I'm not gonna say that word loudly. Corn, right? Corn. Let's just say corn for now because there are people around in my house. So the reason I was watching corn was because I had a bad mental health. Because part of me wanted to feel like some fulfillment, satisfaction from watching other girls get fucked by other boys, other males. Part of quitting porn was also realizing that those are those are just girls. Those are girls who like who gets fucked even though they don't want to get fucked for money, for views, for popularity because they don't have a good job to begin with. They're probably so stressed, but they're just making porn videos so that they can get popularity. So that like all these webcam models, people pay them, right? People pay these webcam models to watch them. But these webcam models don't even enjoy getting stuff inside their vagina, their ass. They don't like that shit. That's the truth. Most people are just most porn star that you see, they're just doing because they have to pay the bills. And when you do like these sexual activities just to pay the bills, there's it's a lot of stressful. And then part of me when I was looking at this porn video, the girl was getting fucked, and I'm like, bro, she doesn't even want this. Like I could just tell, right? Something in me just like, bro, she doesn't want this. She's just doing for that like namesake for just to pay the bills. And there's a lot of male out there thinking, oh yeah, she's the queen, she's the queen. Oh yeah, she's what everybody look up to. But bro, she can't pay the bills, so she's doing porn videos. She don't even enjoy that shit, but you think that she's enjoying, but you're masturbating. Like, fix your mental health first, because part of you needing to watch it is because it's like just like any other stimulations, but this corn, part of you being wanting to watch this is because you have this emptiness inside of you that needs to be filled through watching those stuff, because you want to feel a subtle intimacy with the women because you've never had women before. You've like those people who watch porn never had a real good relationship with women before. Maybe they don't even have a good relationship with their parents, their mother, their sisters, their friends, their female friends, their classmates. Because when you watch porn, you see them differently. But when you interact with them like a normal person, like, yeah, maybe you want to fuck, your deep desire is wanting to fuck because that's almost every male's deep desire, right? We're all dark. We're all kind of dark, but when you talk like normally to your friends, to your classmates, to your any girl in this world, you'll just find that porn is so useless. Quick tip to quit porn: improve your mental health. Do that slowly. Really go interact with real women instead of just fucking screen. Really interact so that you can fill that void of needing some intimacy with others, covered up by just the interactions that you have with your classmates, female friends, or even your mother. And this is not to be something weird, right? Intimacy doesn't really have to be so much touchy. It could just be like interaction with the feminine energy, and then meditating after that. Meditating just to cover up that pain of wanting that intimacy, because that's how you control yourself. So I think that will be enough for this live stream. I'm gonna go fucking do some shadow boxing right now, right? This is the fucking tripod that I use to record my videos. Look at this, bro. You gotta put this under the bed. We all can make this. We all can make it, brothers. We all can make this work, brothers. I'm gonna shadow box up the terrace. What? ठीक है ठीक है, ये वर्क कम रहा. Fresh as fuck, boy. Let's put the camera here. This camera is so small, bro. I think it has to be this way. Let me just fucking set up first. Hold up the camera. Let it be this way. Look at those birds, bro. Beautiful. That is it. Improve your life one step at a time. One step at a time.